I want to get back to some breaking news we've been following for you here at 4 o'clock. The discovery of the body in the water in Lake Erie out in Curtis. And we do also know that an 11-year-old child is missing as well. We had our Megan Hartnett, who was out there at the beginning of the hour here, giving us an update. Let's get out to that news conference where we're getting information from law enforcement.
Yes. Am I?
Yeah, you're good.
Good to go? All right. My name is Allison Armstrong. I'm the chief of the Toledo Fire and Rescue Department. I am speaking today on behalf of the Unified Command for Fire and Rescue. At approximately 9:50 this morning, Lucas County 911 received a phone call of a body in the water out here off of the lake. So we have automatic aid with Jerusalem Township and Oregon, which is how we were originally notified and on that call. They subsequently canceled us. However, there was a body recovered from the river. Captain Cromick can speak on that in a second here. However, later on this afternoon, we were informed that there might be a missing person, 11-year-old girl, that is related to this case. So we had reached out to the U.S. Coast Guard and our law enforcement partners and decided it was best to establish a unified command structure for this and to get some assets together to go out and perform a search of the area. We have a number of different agencies involved in this. Lucas County Sheriff has taken the lead on the law enforcement side of it. However, we have ODNR, U.S. Coast Guard, Jerusalem Township Fire, Oregon Fire, Toledo Fire and Rescue, and the goal here is to conduct a search of the water in hopes of finding the missing 11-year-old. At this time, I'll turn it over to Captain Cromick with the Lucas County Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. So, as I stated earlier today, approximately around 9:50 this morning, a body was reported out in the Lake Erie area outside Minky's Marina. We recovered that body with Jerusalem Township and the Oregon Fire Departments. They brought the subject here. We were unaware at that time that there may be another individual involved. Our detectives learned from the Toledo Police Department that a missing child may have been involved. So we did not leave Mickey's Marina anytime after the incident with the deceased. We then realized that we need to do a search for the 11-year-old child that is missing currently. So, and that's where Chief Armstrong and her first responders are coming into that picture.
Are you guys able to confirm anything about the 11-year-old?
We know the 11-year-old was with a babysitter and they went out for what could be assumed as a recreational ride in the evening on a boat with a gentleman that was deceased.
That was last evening?
Last night.
That boat that was just pulled out, is that the vessel?
That is.
Were you guys able, I know there was no people on, but were you able to find anything on the boat that indicates?
Our detectives just took possession of that vessel, so we do not know what is on there that would be considered evidence at this point. It is an ongoing criminal investigation at this point with the gentleman.
And with the babysitter, where was she found?
The babysitter swam ashore. We're not sure about exactly what her story is because she dealt with the Toledo Police Department. Our detectives are working that side of it as well. We are aware that she got to shore. She did find a friend, and we are unclear as to how the young lady's family were notified. We know they notified the Toledo Police Department this morning around 5:30, I believe.
And what does the search look like for you guys from this point on?
Well, the search is complicated by the current and the distance between where we believe the boat was found, where the body was found, and some other information that we have from law enforcement about possible position. So our plan is to divide up the area that we believe would be most likely to find somebody in that situation, and then we're going to divide it up and do a grid search.
I know there's...
Was the body found near the vessel that was just pulled from the water?
I don't have the exact information. You know, looking at the map that we had, and I don't know the scale, it wasn't close to it. It was some distance away.
Are you guys...
And I know, I'm sorry, I want to say the winds have changed since last night. I'm not familiar with the lake winds. That's why we also have a unified command structure and experts that have that information, and then working with ODNR and some of the other folks that have that knowledge. I just don't have it.
Are you guys looking at any of the islands out there too to see or
Yes.
how to tackle those?
Yes, there is an island there. I'm sorry, do you remember the name of the
West
island?
Sister Island.
West Sister Island. So the area that we're looking at does involve West Sister Island, and the ODNR did go around that island earlier. However, we are going to our intent is to put people on the island to do another search of that area as well.
And obviously,
And they did a shoreline search earlier also.
this is obviously a very busy marina. People are out on the water. It's hot. Is there anything you'd want to tell the public right now how to make sure that they do not interfere, but also if there's any way that they can help with this investigation?
Yeah, I would just say, if you see our boats on the water, they're all marked, they have lights. If they could just, give us space to do our job. And then also anybody that is out in the water, if they just kind of keep their eyes open, if they see anything, notify 911 or through the marine radio, and we'll come check it out.
What does you all's search moving forward through the rest of the day kind of consist of? Would it be dive teams?
Right now, it's going to be a surface area search. If we find any potential targets and we need to call divers in or put divers in the water, we'll do that, but that takes a lot of time. Sonar, we do have sonar capabilities. We're going to do that, and then we're going to hook up with the Coast Guard to see if they can get us any air assets. They did have a helicopter out earlier, but until we get them here in the command post and to find out what they've already done specifically and what resources they're going to commit, I know they're trying to activate some more resources.
Are you guys considering anyone a suspect right now?
I don't think anybody's being considered a suspect per se. I think right now what we're looking at is this is probably a horrific accident in terms of what happened to this gentleman, but our primary focus right now is to find the 11-year-old to make sure she's safe. So we are putting every resource available at our disposal out there, including the U.S. Coast Guard is helping us. The shoreline is going to be searched. Westchester Island is going to be searched, but under no other terms. This other thing that we had occurred, that is put on the back burner. We need to find this 11-year-old child.
Are you guys going to search through the night?
We are going to search until we.
Yeah, we're going to have to make that decision at the time. With the conditions and stuff like that, we need to be realistic about the risk also and the survivability profile. So those are all things that we'll assess moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Just hearing there from Toledo Fire Chief Allison Armstrong there, who is at the Meinke Marina in Curtis, where they are currently and actively searching for a missing 11-year-old girl right now.
Yeah, they have discovered a body, believed a man who was on the boat with this missing girl and her babysitter last night there on the lake. They are searching. That is the main thing right now. They have to try to find this 11-year-old girl who has been missing. Searching the surface of the water, doing a grid search right there along that way. We did notice, Chief Armstrong said, the winds have shifted since last night. The conditions are a little choppy out there, I believe, too. But that is the focus right now, a search mission, while that other investigation is going on into the man's death. And the good question there from our Megan Hartnett asking if anyone was a suspect. And you heard the sheriff's office there saying probably a horrific accident involving the gentleman. So we'll see how this continues to go. But obviously tough conditions out there, too, for rescuers with the heat going on.
Right, for sure. And they said give them the space to work, but also if you are going to be out on the water, a lot of people with a holiday weekend coming up might be out, just to keep your eyes open and signal to them if you might find anything or know anything. So again, continuing to search for that 11-year-old girl is the priority right now.
Sad situation out there for sure.
We'll keep you updated.